Hi, welcome back. We are on day 3 of our meditation challenge for the core activation techniques. We're going to get started with some grounding techniques today. So in day 1, we worked on the pillar of light and body of light. Day 2, we went into connection to our higher self and our higher realm. In day 3, we're going to work on grounding. Okay, so we're going down. And so I created these core activation meditation techniques so we can connect to the crystalline core of the earth. I found in my own practice that this was essential for getting back to my core self and my belonging here on the earth. It's really important for us to remember that the earth is holding us, that it's serving us, that it's nurturing us, that it's feeding us, that we are safe here, that we are actually like charging your cell phone. We are plugging into the earth and pulling energy up from the earth. And our root system, when it's really deep, we get a lot of nourishment from the earth. I would say for several decades of being on the earth, I felt like I was in a little potted plant. I didn't really feel like I was fully rooted or I belonged anywhere, like moving around a lot. I kind of feel like a kite holding on by like a really thin string sometimes. So it's easy for me to go up and out into the higher realms and connect to my higher self and feel that kind of like multiverse energy, universal energy. So grounding was always like, I feel it kinda, I would be grounded a little bit, but I was also experiencing for 20 years knee problems and lower back problems and these pains in my body and like instability, right? That's what I would say. The knees are about stability. The lower back is about stability and safety. So I kept exploring deeper realms in my meditation, and I was being shown, particularly since 2017 when I started preparing for this course, this meditation course, and gathering these techniques, I was being shown in my meditation to go deeper and deeper down into the crystalline core, to keep rooting down even deeper, even deeper. And then I found this place. So if we drop a grounding cord from the end of our pillar with a magnet, that there's a place specifically reserved just for us in the very center of the crystalline core. It's like we plug into this place. And I call it the crystalline core because it looks like this gigantic, pristine, crystalline structure. Like if you could imagine them, and of course I do encourage you to imagine this any way that works for you, but if you could imagine the most glorious and glamorous castles made of crystals and this beautiful kind of underground city that is just pure crystalline and white light, that's what the crystalline core looks like to me. It could actually just look like a round ball that you're connecting into right now until you get a little bit deeper into the meditation practice and it becomes more natural. Just whatever visualization works for you. You could just see it as a big plug, a big outlet, and that your tail, at the end of your tailbone, your grounding cord is like a cord or a wire, and it's going to plug into that. I really encourage you to play with the visualization and the imagination and just start to feel it. It gets easier with time. Okay, and as you continue to practice this, you'll be able to ground down a little deeper and a little deeper. Okay, so the first part that we're going to do, and I've talked about it a couple times in the other meditations, but we're going to keep the repetition going. The frequency of frequency is how something becomes easy for us to learn. That's why I keep building upon it. So pillar of light, body of light, family of light, connecting up to our higher realms, either the sun, whatever source you connect to, angels, guides, ascended masters, creator of all that is, whatever you want to call it. We make our declaration that we're calling upon all beings that are here to serve the divine plan of light and love, our highest and best, showing up in our world, in our realm with love and support. Super important that you are very selective about what energies you call and allow into your space, and constantly clear your space, constantly send out this declaration. And then remember to seal your body of light with the electric blue trim and the vibrant purple film. This will allow only the highest frequencies to come through. It's a gigantic HEPA filter. Just like we put a filter in our car and we have the filter of our lungs that's going to allow any little bits of debris, whatever however that visualization works for you, that we're going to release those from our system. So we are keeping our energetic body clean and pristine and allowing in the highest and best energies to serve not only our physical well-being, but our mental, emotional, and psycho-spiritual well-being. That's how we can clear out the clutter. We're doing like an internal clearing and cleansing process. That's what I use meditation for, to heal the body. And I mentioned previously that I like to call these holographic body enhancements more than just traditional meditation, because I do use the guided meditation to help heal the body and boost our energy and start to clear and align anything that's been holding from past situations. So consider this a shedding process that we're doing and making space for new energy to come in. Okay, so let's start with dropping our grounding cord from the end of the tailbone and dropping that all the way down. I like to see it like 3 inches in diameter, like really big, thick, wiry grounding cord. Just dropping that down past the tailbone, and it can go through any substance. So it can go through any material. It's going to go through the layers of the earth. There's all kinds of layers on the earth. We're going to go through the molten lava layers. You know, we can go through caves, we can go through the entire ocean, just keep going down miles upon miles upon miles. And then you're going to allow yourself to activate and plug in to the crystalline core. Just see the core of the earth, the very, 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 very center of the earth. Okay, don't go all the way around to China. Just stay in the center, right? And it's going to feel, it does to me, extremely vibrant and alive. It's connected to our heartbeat. So that same pulsing and that same vibratory state that comes through, I call it the life force energy, a rhythm wave that pulses through us, that is pulsing. That same boom, boom, that same pulsing exists in the crystalline core of the earth. The entire energy of the earth is connected through this electromagnetic field that the earth gives off. So if you're having trouble, if your grounding cord feels like it's kind of floating away or just drifting, I recommend putting a gigantic magnet, as big of a magnet as you could imagine, on the end of your grounding cord. And that magnet is going to be energetically attracted to that specific, unique place where you plug into the earth. It's reserved just for you. There's a space for you that you plug into. And then I usually feel this like, boom, you know, it's almost like standing on a grounding plate where my energy just starts to get really strong and really activated. It's going to feel unique for you, right? Let it be your own experience. If you're not feeling that, but you're feeling something else, just stick with that. But what I notice is that when I plug into this place, this energy starts to reverberate my body. It starts to fill my legs and my feet, and then my entire trunk, my entire torso starts to become vibrant and alive. I don't know if you've ever seen those little Gumby flags that are just like flapping in the wind, and then all of a sudden the air goes through it and it's like, that's what I feel like when I connect to the crystalline core. And it's been such a powerful practice for me that I have been collecting and absorbing all of these techniques from my guides, from my inner spirit, my inner realms, and then wanting to share them with you in this whole meditation experience. Okay, so we're gonna, now that we've talked about it, let's go ahead and let's collect the different tools. Right? We're up to 6 already. It's pretty amazing in just the last 3 days. So we'll do 2 or 3 each time. We're going to close our eyes, and it'll be a little bit longer. Maybe it'll be 6 or 7 minutes this time, but not much longer. The practice will only take a total of 30 minutes each day. We're going to start out between 15 and 20 minutes and work up from there. Okay, so if you're wondering how long this is going to be, I like to give you a little cue so your mental mouse can start to calm down and be like, okay, I can do this for a few more minutes. Remember, I invite you to lay down and completely relax into this experience if you want to use these at night for sleep. And then I also have hundreds of guided meditations online that you're welcome to listen to for free on the Zen Healing website. Go to Zen Healing, which is in the description below here, and then you go to guided meditations and you can listen to those if you want a longer experience. So what we're going to do for today is we're going to get into a comfortable seated position for those that are going to stay seated, to stay upright. Lay down if that's your choice. That's 100% okay. If you want to get more energized, stay seated. If you want to get more relaxed, lay down. I don't think there's anything wrong with laying down as long as you can stay present. Okay, that's the key. If you start going into thought and thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow, then we've lost our concentration. We just want to focus the mind. That's what I find so useful about these guided meditations. So close your eyes, start to focus on your breath, start to feel the pillar of light that runs along the central pathway. Breathing into that tube of light all the way up to the crown of the head, all the way back down to the tailbone, and then go all the way up into the heavens. So through the crown of the head, let your pillar of light extend all the way up into the sun. And then let that extend all the way up into the center of our galaxy, and then the center of the universe, and then the center of the heavens, and connecting to your higher self. And then send the pillar of light all the way down, grounding through your grounding cord to the crystalline core, all the way down through the layers. Just see if this happens a little bit easier now, all the way down into that place that is especially reserved just for you. Plug into the crystalline. And then breathe from the crystalline core all the way up into the body, and then exhale back down again, and then breathe the energy down from the heavens, and back out again, and just feel these two energies merging and converging in your body. We're going to go over this some more as we go along, but just start to initiate that pillar of light in the physical body, and then extending out to both the heaven and center of the earth. And then go ahead and focus on your body of light. Focus on that bubble of energy around you. Focus on sealing it in and having this safe, clean, and clear container for you to exist with clear boundaries, with vibrant energy. Surround your bubble of light, your aura, with an electric blue trim and a vibrant purple film. Start to protect and create this safe boundary container for you to exist. And breathe into your bubble. Feel how quiet and silent it can be once you seal in your body of light. It kind of like closes all the doors for all of that mental noise, all of that psychic infiltration starts to be sealed and cleared out. And that in itself could feel really good. Okay, we're going to allow ourselves to start to connect up into the heavens, calling upon all angels, guides, ascended masters, frequency holders, wisdom keepers, all those that are dedicated to the divine path of light and love and here to serve our highest and best with loving support are welcome. All other energies, we are commanding our space and calling upon those to go back to their source, to go back to their light, and leave our field. Just notice what's present when you make that declaration. Allow for your spiritual counsel and all of your quantum team and ancestral ties to show up on your tree. Each one of those dancing leaves is part of your entourage that is here to serve you, to protect you, to ground you, to keep you safe and secure. So just feel the love and the guidance and the support pouring into you. And then start to imagine and visualize your roots of your tree seeping out from the center pillar, from the trunk and core of your being. And those roots are going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth so you feel so stable and so connected and so welcomed here. This is your space that you're claiming now. And then in claiming the space, you drop your grounding cord all the way down. So make sure the magnet is big enough to direct your grounding cord straight down, with incredible velocity through all of the miles and miles and miles of layers of the earth it plugs in. And I want you to just sit with this feeling of connecting to your crystalline core. I call this the core self. So getting back to the purity of your essence, both in your connection to your higher self, but also down into the core self. So feel the energy of the crystalline core. Feel that pulsation. Feel the vibrancy and the aliveness, the rawness of the power that comes from the earth. So magnificent. Let that pulse up your grounding cord. Let that fill your legs and your hips and your entire torso and your chest and all the way up into your neck and your head. Let it activate your brain. Let your arms come alive. Let your entire body feel so vital and alive. You're being filled up to wholeness with breath and with this core energy activation. And you're breathing the energy down from the sun and your source and your higher self. And then you're breathing the energy out from there, and then you're breathing the energy up from the core of the earth, that core essence. And then you're breathing that out, and you're going to start to circulate these energies around. So breathing the energy down from the heavens and up from the earth, and breathing it out and circulating it around the entire being. Let it pulse through the heart, through the blood, through the veins and arteries, through your circulatory system, through your entire body. And that's all I want you to do for today. Day 3 is just breathe and feel the pulsation of life force energy moving through you. Feel your connection to the sun and to the heavens and to your source. And feel your groundedness and your belongingness and your connection to the earth and the core and the crystalline self. And start to get that vertical alignment and that vertical recharging and plugging in. That's going to allow you to refuel and revitalize. I already feel this entire field of energy starting to expand and start to radiate and pulse. It feels so amazing. So I hope that you're enjoying the meditation process. Come back tomorrow. We will be on day 4, and we'll be adding some more techniques, just a couple techniques each day to add up to our 64 core activation experience. I'm so grateful to be sharing this with you. Thank you so much. I'm Jen Healy, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.